They say you can't go home again, but can you go back to the same nightmare?
Oh well, drilling further down than anyone's ever drilled. That brought back memories of a classic Doctor Who horror story.
There's something behind you that really reminded me of that excellent story when there was something on your back.
But I never expected this story to be a sequel to...
Hey, you're gonna spoil the reveal so soon?
Yeah, you're right. Let's start at the beginning and how the Doctor and Belinda miraculously happened to change outfits into just what they needed before stepping out of the TARDIS. Advanced spacesuits, which the Doctor happened to have in his wardrobe.
I love it when random chance saves the day.
Really?
No, of course I don't.
On the positive side, it was a great way to get into the action and on with the story, and to be fair, the first third of the story was great. Shades of aliens and the Thing. Something happened on a mining colony where everyone is dead.
Almost everyone?
Yes, that's right. And the foreboding mystery and sense of tension is strong, very well executed, with a whole feeling that something terrible has happened and will happen again.
And then there was Alice.
Well, you can't possibly have had a problem with her.
Oh, to be fair, I thought it was great that they incorporated a deaf woman into the event, and I really liked the technology they had at hand to make sure a hearing-impaired person could be understood. That was fantastic. And the mystery of what happened and of why she was the sole survivor, that was great too. Heck, even the reveal of what this planet was once called. But it just collapsed after that. So, if you haven't seen this episode yet and you don't want to know what the major reveal is, look away now.
But just don't turn your back on us. Okay, everyone who doesn't want to know has gone? Good. This was the sequel to one of the scariest episodes of Tennant's run, Midnight, where the Doctor encountered a mysterious, invisible and silent creature who jumped from person to person, evolving as it went and taking over people.
But was there really a need to return to Midnight and 400,000 years later to boot?
That's the thing that didn't work. The creature was menacing and scary all on its own. It didn't need to be linked to Midnight, and in fact, linking it forces us to make comparisons between the monster then and it now, and they're so different, it actually made no sense. So why make a sequel?
My point exactly. This week's monster holds its own and it didn't need a memberberry crutch. And actually, that dilutes its impact because I kept thinking, well, that's not how that creature behaved then.
So let's forget about the link to Midnight.
Well, I'd say, without that link, you'd have a good scary story with a unique scary monster, scary vibes and all. But how can that link be ignored since RTD made it front and center of his story? And as such, it didn't work.
Okay, how about the fact the Doctor uses Mercury to reflect Alex's back, which gets the monster to leave her?
Cool, I actually like that. But then, shortly after, it gets onto Belinda's back, so why not go back to that Mercury room and repeat the process? Why have Shia shoot her and make that grand sacrifice?
Parallel to how Midnight ended?
Well, I thought it was weak. Same with that pseudo-cliffhanger ending. And what about the deepening mystery of Earth no longer existing in the future? That was good. Realizing that something is very wrong with history is always a great hook in Doctor Who.
And Mrs. Flood?
Oh, it's just too much, that's what it is. It's funny, isn't it? That you can tease something for a while, but if it goes on for too long, you just lose interest. At least I do.
There was just enough of it with Susan in season 1.
Thankfully, there was no breaking of the fourth wall this time.
This episode had a good setup, great tension, intriguing mystery.
But it was let down by trying to force a sequel where no sequel was needed, weakening the story as a result.
So, these were our thoughts on Doctor Who's The Well. Do let us know what you think in the comments, and if you like what we do, and how we do it,
and you feel you'd like to help us out, please consider joining our Patreon.
As long as you can afford it, of course.
We'll leave a link to it in the description and pinned comment.
And we'll see you all again next time.